Welcome to Power Code Music. In today's presentation, we are going to compare the Zoom LiveTrak L-12 against the Zoom R-24. But first, a few facts about Zoom. Founded back in 1983, Zoom creates products using its own microchip designs. The company is known for creating and releasing recording equipment and effects pedals for guitars, as well as audio and video products. Zoom also produces economical multi-effects processors, which are quite good. Now, there are folks out there who will tell you that you should know your gear. And you know what? That's good advice. I don't disagree with that. However, I strongly suggest that you know your requirements first. Then learn about the gear that might be available that could meet your specific needs. Otherwise, you could easily waste time and money buying gear that you want and think is cool, as opposed to buying the gear that you actually need to get the job done. Too many of us have been down that path before, so I strongly advise you to know your requirements first. Now, before we go on to look at the features and compare both the Zoom L-12 and the Zoom R-24, you may want to ask yourself the following questions. Number one, am I constantly on the go and need a unit that's designed for live recording and rehearsals? Number two, do I need a unit that's designed for studio recording that's also mobile enough for live recording? Number three, do I need a unit that will allow me hands-free operations? Number four, do I need a digital recorder that has a larger number of tracks, or at least enough tracks to capture a good demo? If you're shopping for a new digital recording device or looking to make a change, the answers to these questions should help you determine which digital recorder might work best for you. I chose the Zoom L-12 and the R-24 because their prices were comparable. At this time, the Zoom L-12 retails for approximately $599 new, and the Zoom R-24 retails for approximately $499 new. With this, it comes down to what you need and how you work best. Let's start with an overview of the Zoom LiveTrak L-12. Designed to capture demo ideas, concerts, and rehearsals, the Zoom LiveTrak L-12 is simple to use. It's a platform on which you can connect and transfer up to 12 tracks to a DAW, that is a digital audio workstation, for additional editing and mixing. Now let's take a look at the features of the Zoom LiveTrak L-12. The unit is a 12-channel digital mixer with 8 mono and 2 stereo. 14 in and 4 out USB audio interface functionality is available for your Mac, PC, or iOS device. 12-track simultaneous 24-bit 96 kHz recording directly to SD cards up to 64 gigabytes to 512 gigabytes is available. You can record up to 48 kHz to a computer and an SD card simultaneously. The unit allows you to create customizable and save your headphone mixes for up to 5 people. Mix your project on the unit or transfer all 12 tracks to your DAW for editing and mixing. The unit has 8 combo jacks to facilitate both XLR and 1/4-inch connectors. 8 mic preamps with phantom power are available, and channels 1 to 2 offer high-Z inputs for electric guitars or bass. Channels 9 and 10 and 11 to 12 have TRS and RCA connections. Now each channel features a 3-band mid-parametric EQ and 16 built-in effects. Channels 1 through 8 include a dedicated compressor. Channels 3 to 8 have a -26 dB pad for capturing loud sources. Hands-free, that is, if you want to use a foot switch, you can on this device. The unit also has a 12-segment LED display for metering that helps you keep an eye on your levels. You can save up to 9 scenes and recall your custom settings. The unit records automatically when the master fader detects certain dB levels. You can set it up to do that. You can also set it up to capture data up to 2 seconds before recording starts in case a performance begins ahead of time. It has a built-in slate mic for recording comments or talkback. And the unit also has an onboard metronome. The height, depth, width, and the weight are displayed. Let's move on to an overview of the Zoom R-24. Zoom's R-24 is a mobile and studio recording solution. Users have the choice of recording to SD cards of up to 32 gigabytes of SDHC, or connecting to a PC via USB and using it as an audio interface to record to a digital audio workstation, or DAW. A mastering effect can be used as an insert effect on the mastering track before recording to process the mixdown. The mastered file can then be saved to a PC via USB. Now let's take a look at the features of the Zoom R-24. The unit records on up to 32 gigabytes of SD cards. It has 8-track simultaneous recording. It also has 6-channel simultaneous 48V phantom power supply capability. It has 8 balanced XLR and 1/4-inch combination inputs. And the unit has 100 plus studio quality effects, including guitar amp models and mastering effects. It has auto punch in and punch out capability. It has track bounce, locate mark, and undo and redo functions. The unit also has a tuner and metronome. It has a 4-segment display LED meter bridge and 4 hours of operation using 6 AA alkaline batteries. You can also sync 2 R-24s together via USB for 16 tracks of simultaneous recording. It has high definition 24-bit 96 kHz recording capability when you use the DAW software. It has 8 in and 2 out via USB. The unit has full mixing and transport controls for Cubase, Logic, Sonar, and more. The USB control surface uses the Mackie control emulation. The unit has a pad sampler with 24 voices, that is 8 pads and 3 banks. The unit is also a loop-based audio sequencer for music creation. And song data and WAV files can be copied and backed up to a computer connected via USB. The height, depth, width, and weight are displayed. And finally, let's talk about some of the major differences between these two models. The L-12 is designed more for live band concert recording and demos, and the L-12 allows for recording on SD cards from 64 gigabytes to 512 gigabytes. R-24 allows for recording on SD cards up to 32 gigabytes only, significant difference. R-24 allows you to bounce recorded tracks. You can't do that on the L-12. L-12 can be used hands-free with a foot switch. R-24 doesn't have this functionality. R-24 has mastering functionality that is an effect that is applied to tracks. You can't do this on the L-12. R-24 has 100 plus studio quality effects. L-12 has 16 studio quality effects. L-12 allows you to create 5 customizable headphone mixes that you can save. R-24 doesn't have this feature. L-12 has high Z inputs for your electric guitar or bass. L-12's preamps are also superior to the R-24. This makes them so. The R-24 has 24 voice built-in sampler that can be triggered using 8 pads and 3 bank keys. Now users can assign these sounds to each track and create loops and play the pads in real time and even create performance data for a complete song by combining these loops. L-12 doesn't have this functionality. R-24 also has over 400 rhythm patterns that can use a built-in drum machine, and users can create their own original patterns using both real-time and step input. You can't do this on the L-12. It doesn't have this feature. The R-24 can also be powered by batteries. The L-12 cannot run on batteries. And there's one thing that I want to add. The L-12 has dedicated compressors on 8 inputs. The R-24 does not have this functionality or feature. In summary, both are quality professional units that can produce superior audio. It's important that you know your recording requirements first before you purchase or upgrade. Just because something appears to be more advanced may not mean that it's the right fit for the way that you need to record to be the most productive. The bottom line here is that what works well for one person may not be a good choice for another. So know your requirements first before you know your gear. Well, that, my friends, is a wrap. If you like this video, give it the thumbs up and click the subscribe button on your screen now and join our group. We have new videos coming out every 7 to 10 days, and we would love to have you be a part of our team. Also, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let us know what you think about this video, and check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify. While you're here, watch some of the other videos on the channel and also listen to the music. Let us know what you think about that too. Thank you so much for stopping by. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you soon.